Hello and welcome to episode 1 of our playthrough of Space Hulk Ascension from Full Control. Now, for those of you that don't know, Space Hulk Ascension is a turn-based strategy game with very light RPG elements, by which I mean you can level up your troops and give them different equipment. Sadly, there are no conversation trees or anything like that in the game. It's been developed based on a board game developed by a company called Games Workshop, and it's based in their science fiction universe, the Warhammer 40,000 universe, which is a very grim, dark place, full of monsters that'll eat you in a heartbeat, and heroes who will kill you as soon as look at you. Anyway, let's get started. We're going to be doing about half an hour here, maybe 40 minutes at a guess, and we're going to play through the first campaign mission for one of our chapters. Now, in the core game, you get 3 chapters to choose from. You get the Ultramarines, the Blood Angels, or the Space Wolves. But wait, there are 2 more. These are DLC only, I'm afraid, and each one will set you back about $8. So, I personally think it's worth it. The game has stood the test of time for me. I've got quite a few hours in it. I've completed 2 of the campaigns, the Ultramarines and the Space Wolves. I've yet to play the Blood Angels, and I actually dipped my toes in the water and picked up the Imperial Fists today, and it's them who we'll be playing through. Now, what are all these things? Ultramarines, Blood Angels, Space Wolves, etc., etc., Salamanders. What do they mean? Well, each is a chapter, sort of like a monastic order, within the Imperium of Man. Now, these guys are Terminators. They are the elite of the elite of these chapters. So each chapter contains about 1,000 men, and within that, maybe 100 of them will be Terminators. These are genetically armoured super soldiers who are given the best gear, the best weapons, best training, and sent into the most hellish situations you can possibly imagine, with the aim of coming out on the other side completely unscathed. Now, each chapter has a different approach to warfare, and that's represented by these bonuses and traits over here. So you can see the Ultramarines, they get a Cyclone missile launcher, which is this funny pod thing on their back, and they also get +5 ranged combat modifier, but a -5 modifier on their melee combat, which means that they shoot stuff better than the others. But if a Gene Stealer gets into close combat, then, well, they're pretty much puree. And Blood Angels, you can see they get no hit adjustments, no unique traits, but they do get +5 focus points, which is quite important. Focus is a resource used by the mages of the game. Now, probably the lore freaks will be having a go at me there, but by focus we mean, by mages, sorry, we mean librarians, psychers, people who use psychic powers. Now, psychers in this game are very, very powerful indeed, and they can tear through the enemy in great numbers per turn. So having 5 focus points, which is what they use to fuel their abilities, is a great boon. The Space Wolves, they're kind of melee focused, Space Vikings if you like. I think they get the short end of the stick. Certainly in the 2 campaigns I've played through, it was much easier with the Ultramarines than it was the Space Wolves, as not much got close to the Ultramarines. They were all blasted to gooey pieces before they got within a claw's reach. Whereas my poor Space Wolves, oh dear me, they got torn to shreds many, many times. Today we're going to be looking at the Imperial Fists, and through the rest of this playthrough. I've not played with them before. As I said, I just picked it up today, and their unique trait is Tarantula Turret, which is a defensive installation, something you can throw down. I don't know if it can be moved once it's been deployed. I don't think it can be, but they're a very defensive focused force. So they get +10 melee defense, which is amazing. Which means they should be able to survive in melee combat for a lot longer than most Terminators. Better heat management, which means they'll be able to shoot on Overwatch for longer. But they get no librarians. Oh good lord, no librarians. That's bad news. So I rely on my librarians a lot, so you have to play a bit differently this time. And no hit adjustments. Okay, and the final one are the Salamanders, and they get 2 heavy flamers, or 2 heavies, which which could be heavy flamers or assault cannons, and +2 range with flamers, and they are fire resistant to start with, which means they can walk through their own flames. It's kind of handy. So anyway, let's get started. Imperial Fists, we're going to play on normal, which is just my preferred difficulty level on this game. I find it recreates the board game experience quite nicely. Gives a good balance of difficulty without avoiding it being too frustrating. Let's get started. Jump through to the campaign map. You can see there are 5 campaigns in total. If you buy only the core game, you will only get these 3: the Sin of Damnation, the Fall of Jotunheim, and the Hammer and Anvil, as those each belong to the Ultramarines, the Space Wolves, and the Blood Angels, respectively. I've unlocked the Shield of Retribution because I bought the Imperial Fist DLC, and I still have the Salamanders one to purchase, which I might do later on. Now, I could jump into any of these campaigns as my Imperial Fists. If I wanted, I could go straight to the Sin of Damnation, or to the Hammer Anvil, or to Jotunheim, but I'll come back to those later, once I've finished the Shield of Retribution. So we're going to jump right in here, confirm, and here we go. We've got our 10 super soldiers at the bottom here, and they all look rather silly because none of them have helmets. Oh, good lord. Fancy boarding a derelict spaceship without a helmet. That's just asking for trouble. Decompression occurs and your super soldier is dead. As you can see, each Marine has 2 weapon slots, and within each weapon slot there are a number of weapons to choose from. Most of them are locked at this stage and will gradually unlock as we level up. And as we level up, we'll also get a few cosmetic changes to the armour as he gains his ranks. Let's have a look then. We have our Sergeant. Now we're going to change your appearance, aren't we? Yes. Let's put... Oh, there we go. That looks suitably sergeant-y, doesn't it? Nice red helmet there, with a white stripe down the middle. Let's change his body. So you can see customization in this game is purely cosmetic, but there's a lot there. You can really change how your guys look. Oh, well, yes, that looks a bit better, doesn't it? So look at his skills. He only has 2 skills to choose from at the moment. I'm not seeing any new skills from the other chapters, so we're going to go with Sustained Fire over Heat Management. We get bonus Heat Management because of our chapter anyway, so the Sustained Fire upgrade will just help me in longer firefights. And his attribute points are all pretty standard. He's got pretty low weapon skill, which is his chance to hit in melee, but his ballistic skill is normal, and his agility, this controls how many action points you get a turn, and that's normal as well. And then you've got perception, that's how far you can see gene sealers coming. His toughness, if you get hit, you can shrug off injury, so even if the computer determines that you have lost the fight, sometimes you will not die because you will just block the attack instead. And finally, willpower, which is supposed to defend against psychic attacks, but I can't remember ever having it be an issue, so who knows. And equipment, we have 3 equipment slots. For this guy we just get the servo skull, motion detector, tarantula sentry gun at level 3. Interesting. Powerful general teleporter hammer, sentry gun, and teleport. So at the moment we only have the servo skull, and that's just a portable scanner, essentially. I can just plop it down and it'll show me what's going on around there. Here's our heavy. Again, let's put a sensible helmet on. Yes, the one with that one. That looks good. That looks like a good helmet. It's got a scar on it. Let's give him... that body will do. And let's change... let's give him some parchments. Totally impractical. They catch fire the minute you fired his big heavy flamer. But never mind. You might have noticed that as I'm going along, we have access to other troops down the side here. These are reinforcements, replacements, who I can swap out. Not such an issue with normal difficulty, but certainly on hard difficulty it's important to keep these guys leveled up because if one of your guys gets killed in a mission, he's replaced with somebody at level 1. So if you've got these fellows along the side leveled up, you're in a better situation than you would normally be. Let's just finish off doing these helmets and adornments, try and get them to look a little bit different to each other. Can't do that. There we go. Clovis Luke. Odd names creeping up here. You can actually edit their names if you want, but I can't be bothered, to be honest. But if you want to go to that extent, then you can do. Let's just quickly flip through all these. Oh, there we go. He's got disco lights. Let's give another helmet. There we go. And Meinhar. Let's just give you a different helmet, I think. There we go. Okay. So without further ado, let's get started. One last thing to note before we do is you'll notice these little icons down the bottom. And these represent the class of Terminator. So you've got a Sergeant represented by the blue cross, the Heavies represented by these orange and black fist logos, Tactical Marines which have a better chance to hit at range combat, and Assault Marines that have a better chance to hit in melee combat. With the other chapters you would also have the Librarian, who would replace one of your sergeants. There we go. Okay, let's jump in here. Shield of Loyalty, hold off the Gene Seal advance and break through to a safe area. Exit with 3 or more Terminators is the objective. I only get 1 squad, okay. With some of these missions you'll get the opportunity to deploy both squads at the same time. But for ones where you have to choose, I'm going to start with Eberic, but it's important to switch between the squads so as to keep them levelling up at a similar pace. You don't want to be getting to the end game and have one squad being absolutely slaughtered each mission. Load times on this game are brief, thankfully, and here we are. Stand by for our briefing. Let's have a look. Objectives, I've got to get to this point here. Okay, that looks quite, I guess, straightforward. And down there through there. Okay, and deploy at least 5 Terminators. Oh, it looks like they've already deployed my Terminators for me. That's annoying. Normally you will be given the option to deploy your Terminators yourself. It would appear that for some reason in this game, in this mission, they deployed it for me. Anyway, never mind. So, here we are in the game itself, and you can see that I've got this movement grid. It's all grid-based. This game, as I said, turn-based strategy. So if we look at our Sergeant here, he has 6 pips, 5 are green. These are action points that he derives from his agility score. And the last one is orange because he's in proximity to a sergeant, i.e. himself. And you'll see that all of them are similar. He only has 4 pips and +1 because he's near the sergeant, and so on and so forth. Moving a single square takes an action point, so you can see it will show me 3 AP, 4 AP, 5 AP, 6 AP. And you can see the counter decreasing as we go or increasing as I move back. You also lose a point if you shoot at somebody. If you're stationary and shoot at somebody, I should say, because if you move and shoot, you can do all that for just 1 action point, and we'll go over that a little bit more as we go through. So let's get started here anyway. Okay, so moving down this large corridor, it's very, very bright here. Let's move forward as far as we can. Usually on the first mission of these games, you can just belt it along. I've increased, just as a side note, I've increased the animation speed, which can be altered during the, if I go into the options quickly, and down to gameplay. There we go, animation speed. I've changed it to very fast because otherwise it takes a long time for them to get anywhere, and that's rather boring to watch. So let's get going. We've got a bug there, not seeing his movement grid, but that's okay. Move him as far forward as we can. Sergeant as far forward as we can and turn him this way. Move this fellow up here, and finally move this fellow up here. Now, there's a few things to note as we move along. You'll see that we've got these funny swirly icons here. these pulsing ones, that is a gene sealer spawn point. Gene sealers are the bad guys, and if they get close to me, they will shred me to pieces. And you can see these large red circles around each spawn point. If I manage to get a Terminator into these zones, it will stop the gene stealers from spawning, which is a good thing. Well, at least it'll stop them until I move out. So, that's all I can do for the first turn. Let's just hope nobody... like I see, we have 2 gene stealers moving here. So for now, we're going to move this guy up. We're not going to go crazy on the movement, because we need to keep the squad together. Oh, look. This larger green circle is the perception range of my Terminators. You can see this sort of pulse indicating the edges of it. And every time I move forward, it'll reveal more of the map, and if there are any gene stealers lurking there, I'll get these little pulses. Now, this could be any type of gene stealer. There are multiple gene stealer types within the game. And some of them are worse than others. So I'm just going to go on Overwatch there, which means that anything that enters this cone here, I can shoot at freely each time they make an action. So if this gene stealer comes through, opens this door, I might get a shot at him. He might be in line of sight. But certainly I'll get a shot if he moves here, 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 here. Every time he moves, I'll get to shoot at him once. That will generate heat, which eventually will cause my bolter to jam. So I can't keep it up forever, but it's a pretty handy thing to have. Now let's move some of our troops up in support. I'm going to bring this guy, Senric, here. And we're going to move Conrath, interesting name. The Martin. Martin! Oh dear me, we've got Martin here. Interesting name for a Terminator. Now, we're going to use our flamer here just to keep the aliens at bay for a turn. And we're just going to flame this area here so that they can't come through the door. This is where the flame is quite a useful tool. It's not just great for killing stuff, it's great for stopping stuff from moving. Our turn. He's flashing away at the door there. He doesn't like it. He's not having much luck, thankfully. Oh, there it goes. They can open certain doors, but if you see a door with this sort of thunderbolt icon here, like this one has got here, it means that you have to blast the door or break it with a chain fist or some such weapon. So, oh dear, we have a lot of gene stealers coming this way. We're going to wait a little bit. We're going to move back, and hopefully we'll be able to pull them closer together and then flame them all in one go. That's the hope, anyway. It could end up in us being horribly, horribly, horribly mutilated. But with any luck, we'll survive. We're going to move forward. We're going to move to about here. Forward a bit too far there, we'll see. Go on to Overwatch. How far can you move? For you want Overwatch? Yes. Okay, so we'll bring you down here. And you'll go on Overwatch as well.
Weapon at the ready.
And this fellow will move down here. And you're on Overwatch as well.
Protocol initiated.
And you're moving your full extent. And we're going to move the flamer his full extent as well. And we should be safe there. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. A good way to see if your Terminators can actually see anybody is, you might have noticed then his fist was glowing. If a gene stealer is in the line of sight of a Terminator, their power weapon will activate. If not, it will stay dead. So these guys shouldn't be able to reach me, I hope. If they do, this is going to be somewhat embarrassing. Let's see what happens here. And that one's gunned down mercilessly as he comes into the Quiarcus there. He's beating a door up. He doesn't like that door, does he? And look at that, see, we've got lots of gene stealers coming. So, let's see if we can get 2 and turn around. Yep, that leaves us with 1 AP, which is all we need to activate our flamer. Now, you've got 3 different modes of fire with a flamer. You've got a focused fire, which that looks like a good one there. You've got a long fire, which is great for clearing corridors and such. Great range on it. And then finally, you've got wide fire, which is great for clearing intersections and the such. Now, as we saw, I think focus fire we want to go for here. That's going to catch 3 of them. So burn! And yep, they're all dead. You can see them roasting nicely in our shoulder cam up here. This is actually a feature that's been in Space Hulk computer games from the very beginning, since the very early days, way back in, oh crikey, when was it? The early 90s, 1993 I want to say, when the first PC-based Space Hulk game came out. It was pretty fantastic for the time. Perhaps that dates me a little bit, I don't know. But it was a good fun game. Now here we've got a locked door, so I'm going to try and blast it as I go through. I get a free shot for each movement I do. And I'm going to change that to an aimed fire, because it doesn't cost me any more to do an aimed fire. And you're disappointing me, Eberic. Oh, it did for some reason that time. How strange. It should have been a free shot because he moved. Never mind. Maybe they've changed it. I will have to look into that. That just means that we are going to have to do some chicanery with our Terminators here. So we're going to turn this guy around here. Turn this guy around here. Put them into Overwatch to cover the doors.
Flank secured.
I'm going to put you onto Overwatch there. We should be safe. We've made a bit of a bum steer there, but never mind.
Hostile
Yep,
target.
I thought you would come through. And he didn't get a shot, so never mind. He's a handsome fellow, isn't he? Look at that. They got that door up the top there. More GC flooding through. And it's my turn again. Okay. See if our sergeant can get through this door this time. Now we're going to have to go point blank. 69% chance. Yes, finally. Okay, so we are moving again. Marines, we are leaving. We're going to reload his Stormbolt with that past action point. Let's move back one. And provide some covering fire if we need to.
Clear a path.
Doesn't get a shot. Oh well, we're going to move him fully through then. Our Flamer guy is a bit of a liability at this stage. He can't move too far. So we're going to step this guy back, and these two are going to provide some measure of covering fire. Can you get a shot at that fellow? No, he can't. No, didn't get a shot at him.
Overwatch
Overwatch. Reload. Put him on Overwatch. And I'm being a little cautious here, perhaps. But caution often pays off in this game. Let's see, maybe we can get a shot there. No, well, no, not without racing our own guys. So we are going to have to move up here and hope for the best.
Taking position.
Now if this Gene Stealer moves here and attacks, or here and attacks, this guy is dead. He does not get a shot in defense. So we're in kind of a sticky situation here. I don't know if we can. Oh well. Here's hoping for the best then. We could be about to say goodbye to our Flamer guy because I did a really bad move. Never mind. Oh, good lord. Oh, dearie me. It's all death everywhere now. That is very bad, and that is what can happen in this game very, very quickly if you make a bad maneuver. You end up losing your entire squad. We're going to take some melee shots at these guys because melee kills are free kills from the side and the rear. Doesn't matter what you are, Gene Stealer or Terminator, you are dead if you get attacked from the side or the back. I have to get these three guys out. This is not very good. We use a wide burst. Can't even use a wide burst there. We have to use a focused fire. No, no matter which way I do it, I cannot block these doors because Gene Stealers can move diagonally and we'll get around the flame. So, yeah, even with that one. I wonder if we can hit both of those. No, I think we're going to hit one of those chaps even with a focus. So we're going to just burn one of them and hope for the best. Oh, he moved through it a bit. Didn't kill him. Good lord. Oh, good lord. We are in trouble now, people. We are in deep trouble. We have gene stealers incoming from all directions. And our Terminators are not doing very well. Put on Overwatch. Let's go back and move them back a point at a time, because otherwise the computer can sometimes turn them around, and that's not what I want to do at the moment. Let's do a focused fire. No, I wonder if actually a wide fire might be better here. Yeah. This is where our flamer is going to have to come in handy, because otherwise we are in serious trouble. I do not think we have good chances here. Oh well. Bit of a bum steer. Oh, no, didn't survive. Yeah, good on Conrad taking down. And this Fuse and our sergeant missed. Okay. Still, he's got his side to him, so that's an instant free kill with the Power Fist. So we're going to smash him in the side of the head. Boom. There he goes. Lots of blood on the cam. We've got another Gene Stealer there. We're going to take a step forward and fire, and the shot kills as well. That's handy. We only have to get to this point here. So if we can get here, we've saved our guys. But at the moment, it is not looking hopeful. Come on, chaps. Let's bail out of here. Time to get out of dodge. We're going to turn you this way. Going to focus fire here to block this square so that Gene Stealer can't come through. Come here, turn this way.
Yes, my lord.
And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He won't be able to reach us. Gene Stealer's going to move 6 squares in a turn. But they get to turn freely. They can turn freely when they move. We're going to cool this guy's bolter down, put him on Overwatch. And next turn we're going to move down here and block this access zone. Assuming we survive, which is a real doubtful at the moment. Oh, good lord, we've got a Gene Stealer right behind us. Where did he come from? He must have moved down from there. Or did he move through the fire? I don't know. Got enough AP to move down and turn. Shot at that Gene Stealer up there, didn't even see him. 2 Gene Stealers up there. Oh, crikey, crikey. Move this chap down. Might as well move him to the exit. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2. See, that's a lot, but it leaves us with 1, with which we can then focus fire that space. I wonder if we can get a wide shot in. No, doesn't make any difference. We might as well focus fire then. Block that corridor up.
None shall survive.
I don't think these guys can get down in one turn to his back. Oh, this is going to be close, guys. This is going to be close. I made a really bad move back there, and it's cost me dearly. But, hey, well done, Eberic. He had a damn good round of shooting there, and the bolter nearly overheated, but it didn't. Instead he sent micro rockets all the way down and slaughtered them. Because the Storm Bolter, the weapon they are using, is actually a micro rocket launcher. It's depicted in a lot of games as being, oh dear, we're out of ammo, as being a cased ammunition weapon. It is not. In fact, it is a micro rocket launcher. It fires small rockets at people, which then explode and make a big old mess. Yeah, we might just do this, depending on what happens this turn. These guys, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, they can get to his side. I wonder if the computer will do that, in which case we're going to have a difficult time getting out of here. And yeah, he has moved to his side. Oh, well, time to see how bad this is. Oh! Good shot, sir. Now, let's see. He can get out. What about you? Can you get out? Yes! Aha! Victory! Good lord. That was a bit of a bum steer, that one. 11 turns. Lost 2 Terminators though. Ouch. And you can see they are dead and gone. So look how 19 kills total. Everett got 8. Fabian 7. Chronomath got 4. And the other 2 are dead. And I have got Dimitrikos and Eshara. Really interesting names as reinforcements. Well, not the greatest first showing, I'm afraid, guys. Made some mistakes there, and it cost me dearly. Never mind, we got through it, and that's the end of episode 1 and the end of this mission. So, I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you again next time. Until then, bye-bye.